Hola YouTube, my name is Lino and I'm a wheel addict. If you've been watching these already, I'm trying to make a live stream, but the internet is not making my life easy. But let's roll that intro. So basically, today I want to talk about SUV skates. I want to talk about two different models from Powerslide, but the internet, it's really not making my life easy. So it's really slow. I've tried these at least 2 or 3 times already, and we'll see if it's working now. So my goal with these live streams is to use the same camera that I usually use for my videos in this channel, to have like a microphone here to get you better sound, to have like some cool background music playing like now, and talk about skating. I also want you to interact with me, and that's why I'm gonna be looking sometimes to this side, and this is where I got my computer, and I can read your messages and I can interact with you guys. So let's talk about the skates that I have today for us to Let's talk about the skates. Man, it's just not working. My head is not here. Sorry, guys. So I got these ones. These are the Powerslide Imperial 125 SUV, and I got these ones. And these are also Powerslide. These are the Metropolis 125 SUV. The SUV skates are off-road skates, and off-road skates are usually the skates that you can use, to ride on dirt, to ride like cobblestone. I saw a video last week of a guy riding cobblestone with these, but it's mainly for dirt. If you want to go to a BMX track or something like that, these would be a good skate to use. You can also use on some trails. It's actually a cool skate, but for those that have some experience on skates, they always see themselves doing a lot of crazy stuff with this, and then when they try them, it's not as easy as it looks. It's not as easy as it seems. For those who are really starting to skate, this could be really fun, and it actually works. You can ride on grass. It's not that fast, but really important. It doesn't matter what level of skating you have. It doesn't matter if you're like super advanced or if you're just starting. These skates are not skates to use without protections. I would strongly recommend to use a helmet, to use knee pads, to use all kinds of protections. I've done at least 2 videos in this channel. I've done more than that with off-road skates, but at least 2 times that I went filming, I ended up falling. One of them I didn't hit my head, but the second time I ended up hitting my head. So I wouldn't really recommend you to skate these without protection. Now, going to the skate. If you guys are not new on this channel, which I believe so, that's why you're watching this live, or if you're watching the replay, maybe, let me just put a message for you now if you're watching the replay. Okay, so now you got a message for me. I got a message for you now. So if you're not new to this channel, or even if you're new, you should know that I love this boot. This is the Powerslide Imperial, and it's super supportive. I had a few different ones of these in different colors. I never had the red one, so this one is just from the shop, and I just took it from the shop to show you. So one of the things that I like the most about this skate, it's the liner that it comes with. It's a My Fit Fat Boy. Let me take it the liner so that you can see it. Is anyone watching this? I'm not having any messages. Just give me 1 second. Anyway, this is the My Fit Fat Boy liner. It's heat moldable, which means that you can put this one in the oven and and once you put this in the oven, let me just check if someone is watching this online, because I find it quite weird now. Is it? Are we on? Are we on? Yeah, we on. Okay. Let's check this. Sorry guys. Trying to make this work for all of us. Okay. Live chat. to whoever watching this right now, please let me know how does it sound. Important right now is that this liner, like I said, it's heat moldable, so you can put this liner in the oven, not the full skate, it's plastic, huh? You put this liner in the oven for 5 minutes at 100 degrees, and you take it out, you put your foot back in the liner, you tighten the skate as much as you can, and the liner tends to mold to your foot. Something really cool about this liner is that the front of the liner is actually dual sized. This is neoprene, which means that it's expandable, and when you use this liner can be used in 2 different sizes. For me, I'm an European 43, but this skate, as an example, it's a 43 and 44, and the same liner come in it. The main advantage is that you always have like a really snug feel. I love like to feel the skates like proper, you know. I don't like to be inside the skate just kind of like swimming inside a skate. At the same time, if it's tight in the front, will also be tight in the back, which means that your heel is going to be in the right position. So I really like it. Then there's also advantages for the shops. So imagine, like, sometimes you go to a shop and they don't have the skates that you want, and most of the times it's because for them to have the skates in all the sizes, it's actually really hard. But if they can reduce the stock to half of it, that makes a huge difference. So you go to a shop, instead of needing to have 10 different sizes, they can have 5 skates to cover those 10 sizes, and most of the times they work, especially if it's a hard boot, because you were already using the same shell just with different size liner. What happened with these liners is that, like I said, it's a dual size liner, so it actually works. Then the frame, it's actually stiff, really stiff. It's a little bit wider than the regular 125 frame, but the wheels, they are inflatable. Basically, you put air on these wheels, and the more you pump them, the faster you can go. Make sure you don't pump them too much, because of course they can just explode. And really important about these skates is, if you ever try some SUV skates, you need to make sure that you have the wheel in the right direction, because if they're not in the right direction, what might happen is that the valve here will hit the frame, and when it hits the frame, you lose all the hair and you end up breaking the valve. So it's really important that you have the wheel in the right direction, and make sure that you have enough air in your tires. You don't want these to be super soft, otherwise it's really slow. And obviously, like I said before, don't put too much, don't pump them too much. Then of course, something really cool about these is you can always use this boot for other 165 frame, which means that if you have another 165 frame, like 60 by 165, I mean the distance between these and these, it's called SSM mounting. You have one screw here, another screw here. So in this boot you'll be able to put like other tri-skate frames, like 125 millimeters, 110 millimeter wheels, or even those with 4 wheels, 4 times 80s. And if I'm not mistaken, there are even some brands, I don't know if Powerslide makes any, but you can even put some ice skate blades on 165 mounts. So this is one of the skates that I got here. It's super snug. It's not too wide, the boot, so it gives you that super supportive feel. But if you have a really wide foot, this might be what you're looking for. It's still an off-road skate. Basically the frame is the same, the wheels are the same, but the boot has a different feel. This boot is wider, and it's basically a good skate for someone with a wider foot. Some people like it more, some people don't. In my opinion, the liner is worst. It's not a My Fit Fat Boy liner. Let me try to take it out. It's kind of weird now, because it seems like we have a good signal. Let me just check if we're online or not. Yeah, we seem to be online. So the liner is not a My Fit Fat Boy. It's just a regular Powerslide liner. It's not moldable, but you know what? It does the work. It has, it's lower in the back, a little V cut. It's not really a V, it's more like a U cut here. Then these buckle, the 45-degree buckle on this one is different. This one, it's like this, it's kind of like the same buckle on top and 45-degree. See, it's just the same as in the Imperials. You have this one that it's kind of like when you pull it here, it tightens it more. Let me show it how it works. So the top buckle is the same, but this one is something like you do this and then it tightens more and more and more and more, and then when you want to loose it, done, ready. Going back to the Metropolis skates, let me see, which one is wider, which one is higher? They're the same size and they seem to be the same height. They're using the same frames like I said before. The cuff starts basically in the same place. It's a different cuff, but it seems to offer the same support. Something that I don't really understand about these skates is this brake. I wouldn't really use the brake. Every time that I skated with the off-road skates, after getting some speed, I don't think that this brake would do anything, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But it's weird because this skate comes with a brake, the Imperial doesn't come with a brake. But the only Imperial that comes with a brake, if I'm not wrong, no, it doesn't. There's not one single Imperial skate that comes with brakes. I was going to say that the Mega Cruiser comes with brakes, but the Mega Cruiser also doesn't come with a brake, so probably that's the main reason. The Imperial is an urban skate. The Metropolis, I don't know, maybe the 80s and the 3110s come with a brake. I didn't know about that. But like I said before, having a brake, this one is not height adjustable like all the new Powerslide skates, but having a brake might help you a lot, especially if you're riding in the city. If you're not really controlling like slides, or if you're not really good at carving, or even if you're good at carving, if you're gonna go in between cars and stuff, sometimes you don't have the space to go from one side to the other to stop, and having a rear brake will help you to at least lose speed and control your skates. And I guess that's it. I was hoping to make this video a lot different, but it's just an experience. And what happened here was that obviously the internet connection wasn't fast enough. So because the internet connection wasn't fast enough, I had to stop it for a few times, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe next time I'll try it, it's gonna work better. So if you guys did enjoy this video, give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribing already. And just like I always say, don't forget why we all started skating, because it's fun.